What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another late night in the Brew Lab with me, Lone Fox, your freshly shaven brewmaster in chief. And tonight in the Brew Lab, I'm coming at you with this is going to be the final brew before tomorrow, early access, the day after the set arrives on Arena, or no, two more days. So tomorrow, early access event. Following day, actually, okay, so we might still have one more final brew, which is great because I have two ready for you. So without further ado, well, let's jump into tonight's brew. Oh, eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch anything nice down, empty hunters, I don't know which one to pick. I've been having so much fun with both of them. One's definitely more control, which is not usually my bread and butter, but I have decided that it's time for that to change a little bit, and going into the next standard, I think I'm going to be working a little bit more on my control type of decks. So maybe we could lead with this one and keep Rakdos aggro for the final, day before rotation. So, Charming Control it is. And this is a version 2. We've been jamming similar stuff to this for a little while now. But I feel like this one is a little bit different. I've been fiddling with slightly different colors. It's, of course, completely rotation proof. Nothing in here is going to be rotating out, which is great. And I'll do the usual. Take it from the top, describe the deck for you guys from left to right, and then I'll explain to you what some of the various playlines and synergies are. Then we'll jump into some gameplay footage. Hopefully I'll get to show off as many of those playlines and synergies for you against some opponents at Mythic rank. Other bit of great news, hit Mythic. Nick of time. I just got back from my holiday. I can't believe I managed to squeeze in like a 3 and a bit week break from Arena, and I still managed to squeeze in a Mythic run. I went 14-3 with Naya Humans. It was bonkers. But yeah, we've got a couple, of one drops here, or X1s. So March of Otherworldly Light, great for exile. It's targets artifacts and enchantments or creatures. I love these as kind of another field of ruin for now, while creature lands are still in the format. Of course, also all tokens. Their mana value 0, so you can just pay 1 and get rid of them. And we've got more of the March of Wretched Sorrows over the Otherworldly Lights. First of all, because there's a much less amount of white cards which we can potentially discard to reduce the casting cost, but second of all, because of the fantastic life gain and the fact that we can hit all those pesky planeswalkers. So gone with a 2-3 split here with the Marches. Then onto the 2 drops. There's quite a bit of them. I'm still testing some things out. We've got Infernal Grasp for now, still the best, instant speed, clean, destroy, target creature type of spell that we will have access to after rotation. There's only really one thing that is coming even close in the new set, which is a cut down, which isn't that it's a little bit less versatile. I think you can only deal with things that have a total of 5 between power and toughness. So I haven't seen any cool 2 mana removal from the new set. So this will probably stick around at least until November. And then they might print us something a little better. But of course, 3 copies just, it's a control deck. I've got plenty of removal. So 3 Infernal Grasps just seem to be the way to go for me. And there's so much life gain in the deck that it's been just totally fine to play 3, even though we lose 2 life. Then this is this nod towards having something that could be a little less controlly, a little bit more aggro-ish, and something that doesn't see much play, but that in a deck like this where we have so much removal, you can play a Slaughter Specialist out on turn 2. Another interesting thing to note is that it can crew the Bankbuster, which is why I'm toying with 1. We may end up cutting the Wedding Invitations entirely and just going for a full play, or 3 Bankbusters. But for now, anyway, and we'll get to that. But the thing with Slaughter Specialist is you can destroy creatures the opponent controls, and you get +1/+1 counters on them, and that's obviously great when you sweep a board of white weenies or something with Meathook Massacre. You still get to keep your Slaughter Specialist, and she gets just a bunch of tokens. Really, really nice. Then more removal. Rite of Oblivion. This I think is going to just become better and better as the Vanishing Verse rotates out. It's not instant speed. You need to sacrifice a creature, so it's a little less, you know, immediate. But we have so many things that we can sack to it that it's just been really nice to have access to this. And with the flashback, even though you have 2 copies, you can potentially use it 4 times. Most of the time I'm sacrificing Edgar or one of the Edgar tokens or one of Sorin's tokens, but in a pinch you can just sacrifice anything else. We've also got some ways of getting them back with Takenuma. You know, if you really need to get rid of something, I just love the fact that it's any non-land permanent. Mwah! Then, as I said, as far as card draw, oh my goodness, we have lots of it. But we're starting off with the Bankbuster, just a one-of. Then 2 Wedding Invitations that when it ETBs you draw a card, but then you can sack it at instant speed and make it so that a target creature is unblockable. But if it's a vampire, it also gains lifelink, so pretty nice. Especially when you make a massive Slaughter Specialist, make it unblockable, swing in for the kill. Really, really cool. And the card draw on top of the Bankbuster, and that's it as far as 2 drops in the card draw category, but it does not end there. Of course, we've got some Meathooks, but it's not our only sweeper. I'm also running a sneaky one of Path of Peril, which I quite like against Boros. The only thing we have on board that'll get hit by this is often the Slaughter Specialist and sometimes the little tokens from our Edgar and our Sorin. But otherwise, it only hits 2 drops in the early game. Then, you know, we might need to pull the plug and just go with the full 6 mana sweep with the cleave cost. But then that's often okay if we've got Edgar on board. He just dies and starts pumping out these little 1/1s, and then, you know, you can get back into the game that way. Then we've got more card draw. Welcoming Vampire. Whenever one or more creatures with power 2 or less enter the battlefield under your control, draw a card. This ability only triggers once each turn. So Edgar, the Markov Purifier, power 2 or less. The Henrika Domnathi, power 2 or less. The 2/3s from Sorin, power 2 or less. But the real cool synergies is when you've got Markov's Coffin, and every beginning of your upkeep, you poop out a little 1/1 vampire. You've got Welcoming Vampire in play. It triggers it. You draw a card off of that, and your card that you're supposed to draw from your draw step. So just drawing 2 cards at the beginning of each turn is just amazing when these 2 things are going off nicely. But it does not end there. We've also got the Markov Purifier, which says that at the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, you may pay 2. Draw a card. And because it's rotation proof and we still don't have access to the pain lands, I'm running some Scoured Barrens. Oftentimes, on like turn 4, you just if you don't have one of your 4 drops in hand, your Markov Purifier was played the turn earlier. You drop a Scoured Barrens, gain 1 life, hold up the mana, wait till end of turn, draw a card off the Purifier. Pretty nice. So plenty card draw, but it still does not end there. We've also got the second option on Henrika Domnathi before she's transformed, where you get to draw a card, lose 1 life. And we've also got Sorin's +1, so insane amounts of card advantage, and then just this kind of sustainability through a full playset of Edgar Markov, which I never mind drawing a second copy of, because you can just play it on top of the other one. Legendary rule comes into play. You have one as the Coffin, one as the Charmed Groom, and then they just sort of keep switching places. When one comes back, you just sack the other one, it becomes the Coffin, and it's just a constant pumping out of these vampires and becomes like this must-remove target. And for the moment, still also just great because it dodges Vanishing Verse while it's still in the format. So yeah, that's it as far as the main deck, but we've got some interesting choices in the mana base as well. I've got a couple of Eiganjos for even more removal, some Takenumas to bring your Markovs, your Edgars back. We've also got 2 Voldaren Estates that make blood tokens, and the cost can be reduced by the numbers of vampires you control. Often this can cost 0 if you have a bunch of little vampire tokens and things, and blood tokens can help us with card filtering. We've also got 2 Fields of Ruins to deal with enemy creature lands. These will probably stop seeing much play, although, creature lands aren't going to be the only thing I think they'll still stick around, which is, I think, why they printed them in Midnight Hunt. Because, Wizards is always planning sets, sometimes 5 years in advance, if you believe what they say. So, there's plenty of these crazy rare lands, the Thran Portal and the Plaza of Heroes and things like that, which I think will still be, even though they're not creature lands, great targets for Field of Ruin in the post-rotation standard. And then we've just got Shattered Sanctum and the aforementioned Scoured Barrens. The rest are just basics. I haven't had a chance to put in my Godzilla lands yet, and I don't want to bore you while I go through my lands, so I'll just have to leave them as that for now. But that's the deck. Charming control, something like a version 4. I've been toying with this Edgar guy for a while now, but with some slight changes compared to the original, and I've been having a lot of fun with it, and something slightly different from what I've been playing mostly lately, which is like kind of more aggro slanted deck. So I hope you enjoy it. Let's jump into some games. Now, as usual, at this point in my videos is when I like to do a tiny little bit of self-promotion. So if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, kindly consider doing so. We are getting really close to that 800 subscriber milestone, and I have a feeling that once the new set drops and fresh brews start rolling out every day, we'll get there pretty quickly. So if you want to stand a chance to enter the fantastic giveaway, subscribe. Of course, share it to all your friends, like the video, all that good stuff. Really helps the channel out. Ooh, that's a lot of removal and not much creature action, but I guess that's fine, because it does look like Boros so far. Almost certainly Boros. Yep. Okay, this is great. I was kind of looking forward to playing against some Boros, especially with this hand. LOL. That's just great. Bricking Boros. It's fine. Keep them coming. Okay, one top. It's obviously a land. Plays land. Passes turn again. Woohoo! Does he have the Valorous stance? No. I'm okay with that too. Of course. Three, 4 because of the buff. Oh, yay. Okay.
Nothing on Innistrad is free.
Is that going to be enough? Yes. It's fine.
Tragedy befalls us all.
I love this about Edgar. Just boop. We sweep. That's 2 Raijus down. Nice. No problemo. Where's your Luminarch Aspirant? Okay, okay, fine. Be that way then.
yourself fortunate our motives are lie. You wish to know my secrets? Very well.
All this life gain is just the best against these guys. Sorry, Mr. Boros. You got screwed. Oh, that feels amazing. Boros is slowly but surely just becoming a little bit just like, I feel like I beat them more often than I lose. Just get enough lifelink in your deck and March of Wretched Sorrows and off you go. Couple of Meathooks. Bye-bye. On to the next one. Leading on a win just makes me feel so good for whenever I do one of my brews. It's just like setting the stage, setting the mood for the rest of the night, one would hope. Leonard? That's alright. That's not terrible. Probably won't be using this for a while, so I'll put it back there. Opponent mulligans. Looks like Bant something. Oh. Well, let's hold up the grasp, see what happens. Are only 2 copies of the Rite of Oblivion in hand. Just kind of hoping for a Meathook there. Can't wait for these things to rotate. Okay, we've got ways of dealing with that. We just need to get there. He's holding up something. Imagine he's got Tamiyo's safekeeping. Oof. Now we got our card draw engine online. He could have Boseiju. Get rid of our Edgar. But that's whatevs. We still got plenty of gas in hand. He seems to be bricking pretty badly. Poor guy. Yeah. 1, 2. Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, fine, fine. That's 2 ascendancies down. Are you kidding me, mate? Wow! What a joke. Three ascendancies down. Now we're probably looking at, oh, lordy lord. Just, it never ends. Okay. I was expecting that. We've got a backup. Alright. Interesting. This 5/5 is a little bit frustrating. We've got plenty of removal. We should find something. Oh my god. Enough with the gas already. Thank you. Are you kidding me with this? Like every turn he's drawn gas. Holy canooders. Oh! Oh, that feels good. Boom. Wow, that was clutch. Path of Peril, baby, against these little token decks is just fantastic. I get the sneaking suspicion that there's a Wandering Emperor in my life, so I'm not going to swing with the Edgar, just in case. It's one card. Opponent. Cool, cool, cool. Look at all this card draw. We've drawn 10 more cards than the opponent. Here she comes. Maybe not. Counter magic? Nah. Knew it.
Anyone who harms my
I knew
people
it.
must contend with me. We must protect the people.
Oh my lordy lord. You must guess that I have some Meathooks up my sleeve though.
We've got the edge in this fight.
Goes for the treasure. It's gonna be obscene card draw. Unless he's got Boseiju for the... Okay, wedding announcement. Is fine and dandy. Boom. Did it on purpose to get rid of the to get rid of the buff from Edgar, otherwise that wouldn't have drawn us cards. Okay, I think we just win. Yeah. Oopsies. Oh, that felt so good. What a match. Cool match. Opponent just kept coming with the gas, and we managed to kind of work our ways through everything. We had removal ready for all types of different types of things. That sweeper was just so clutch. Things were starting to look a little bad, but then just everything was mana value 2 or less, except the stuff we had on the board. Amazing. Path of Peril. Fantastic card. Might see a lot more play once Doomscar rotates out, so keep your eye on that one. Alright, 2-0. Amaze balls. Also without pathways and things, so pretty happy so far. And the Voldaren Estate kind of helping us fix a bit. If we don't have the right mana, you can just pay 1 life to cast vampires, which I love about it, as well as the blood token, something I forgot to mention in the deck tech. There's gonna be vanishing versus aplenty in this brew. People are still like kind of hanging on desperately for this nonsense. Watch this. 1 mana Meathook. Two counters on the specialist. Boom. 5/5 on turn 3. Still ways away from finding a Wandering Emperor by the looks of things. You may have like Fading Hope or something like that. Sure. I'm ready for your Rafine. Nope. Don't have enough mana. I probably should have made a blood token when I still had it on board. Would have been enough mana, but I wanted to hold up my removal just in case. This time you're taking 5, I hope. Unbelievable, this guy. So boring. This kind of stuff really makes me nuts. Go on then. Do you have the counter spell or not? Jesus Christ. What the hell is this deck, man? Watch him have Wandering Emperor now. No? Okay, okay. Just save your stuff effects non-stop. Maybe it is a virtuoso of some kind. The Shredder. Okay, I'm gonna try kill it. And then if he puts something on the stack, I'll go for the march. I like sort of forcing this connive when they've got such few cards in hand. It really, like, it's usually the type of stuff that they want to keep. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Disgusting. Now he has to discard everything. Wow, what a deck. Disgusting kind of stuff. Ugh, ugh. You should be quite low on these types of things at this point. We've got enough mana for the Meathook. That's a flood fest. See if there's a Wandering Emperor. Wow. Wow. How lame. Connive is really meh. I mean, of course, there's some decks that really want to be putting stuff in graveyards. Then I get it, but otherwise it's just meh. Go on then. It's probably gonna go fetch a white source. I have this feeling that it's not actually anything to do with Rafine. He's just running those for the cycle effect. More black, more white. Let's go for black. It's mostly what we've got in the deck anyway. Plenty of white already. Yeah. So far it's just been blue stuff. This is pay 3, huh? Do it. Come on. Oh, baby. Geisty boy. Wow, what a flood. Holy beans. We've drawn just lands, pretty much. Sure. Draw a card off of the Purifier as well. Wow, not the land, dude. Ah, that's bonkers. Good game. Nice. Nice. Maybe it was just mono blue without the Virtuoso and he was just running the Rafine's towers for cycling, like I said, because all we saw was blue there. Yeah, I'm assuming that was just mono blue. Nice. Very nice. How are we doing for time? I think we're going to just call it a night. I don't really think we need to show off anything much more from the deck. The one thing that I wish we'd had a bit more of a chance to show off was the wedding invitation, but otherwise everything else just fantastic. Great matches, super fun. As soon as rotation hits and we get the pain lands, I'll probably take out some Scoured Barrens and put in some pain lands. definitely going to be replacing these with my Godzilla lands, but as far as the main board here, yeah, still to be decided. I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments. Should we, you know, keep the wedding invitations in? Should we just go for more Bankbusters, considering that they can be crewed by the Slaughter Specialist? You know, my usual type of player where you have a nice cheap 2-drop that's got 3 toughness that can crew a Bankbuster straight away. So you can go turn 2 Bankbuster, turn 3 Specialist, crew up the Bankbuster, swing in. I quite like that. And also, you know, the little 1/1 pilot will also trigger your Welcoming Vampire. All in all, like, I've been focusing a lot on my werewolves of late because of like trying to do burn decks, but Vampire Tribe is sticking around for a while and still kicking ass. And I think when certain cards rotate out, and the card pool gets a bit smaller, usually certain tribes that were a little less strong suddenly just come a bit back to the forefront. And I think Vampires is going to be one of those, so keep your eyes on it. And unfortunately, we didn't get any Vampires from the new set, but we know we got quite a few additional ones in Streets of New Capenna, so I wasn't expecting too much. But yeah, that is going to be it for tonight's gameplay footage. Thank you all so much for watching, as always. Don't forget, like, comment, subscribe, join the Discord community, share the video around to all your friends, hit the bell icon, all that good stuff. I will see you all tomorrow for the early access event. I'm going to try and stream it. If my internet is not being conducive, then what I'll do is I will record myself playing and upload various decks that I test out on the channel. I'll probably do like a nice dump of fresh brews all in one go, so that you guys can have some ideas once day one hits. And then on day one of the new set, I'm going to do a little quick cracking packs video. I've got 84k saved up nicely. Of course, I've already bought myself the both the pre-sale bundles, so we'll do a nice big pack cracking, and that should be really good. So until then, this is Lone Fox from the BrewLab, signing out. Peace, y'all.